How we doing, guys? Dime DC here, and today I want to talk about Luton Town, the rise of Luton Town, and what I think about them coming to the Premier League. Make sure you smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. When you think of Luton Town, they came from non-league. They were in the Premier League, went down to non-league, and then came all the way back up to the Premier League in an insane saga for Luton Town, and now they are back in the Premier League. I mean, honestly, man, the roller coaster ride those fans over probably the last 20 years has probably been ridiculous. I mean, that's crazy to go from Premier League, relegate all the way down to non-league, and then bounce all the way back up to the Premier League. Absolutely insane. And it just shows maybe it was their time, and here they are back in the Premier League again. I think Luton Town will stay up next season. I think they'll just scrape and stay up. I know a lot of people are probably fancying them to finish in 20th place because they're newly promoted. It's their first time being in the Premier League in quite a while. And they definitely, if people were betting or whatever, they would probably put Luton Town to go back down to the championship. But I think Luton Town could stay up, and it's a remarkable story. Absolutely remarkable underdog story to go all the way from non-league, getting relegated all the way down to the non-league, and then just bounce back up to the Premier League. They got their rivals manager from Watford, who got sacked after 10 games in Watford. He was losing and stuff. He wasn't doing good enough probably for Watford. Watford went on and got rid of him. They sacked Rob Edwards. They sacked him, brought Rob Edwards into Luton Town. He's currently Luton Town's manager now. And then they get promoted with Rob Edwards. So Watford sack Rob Edwards after 10 games. He goes to Luton Town, and in half a season, he promotes them to the Premier League. So it's just that bittersweet thing. So the Watford fans are pissed off because their team is still in the championship, and Luton Town are going to the Premier League with their old manager. That's how it works, man. This is how this stuff works. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, man. And one of their players, his name is Pel Ruddock. I think it's Pel Ruddock. Let me know in the comment section. It might be wrong, but one of their players went all the way from non-league in the English league, all the way down from non-league, all the way to the Premier League with the same team. That's the first time any player has done that in history. That's absolutely insane. To go from non-league, sticking with that team, and rise all the way to the Premier League. Absolutely insane. That's 5 tiers of football. Because you got the League 1, League 2, Championship, Premier League, 5 tiers. They went all the way down to non-league to the 5th tier. Absolutely insane. And just rise right back up to the Premier League. Absolutely wonderful, man. When you look at Luton Town Stadium, obviously they're going through renovations at the moment because they have that Premier League money now, so their stadium's obviously going to get bumped and renovated up. But yeah, you got people's backyards and houses inside of their stadiums, like in the away end when you walk through. They'll have a little walk-through path area, and yeah, you can see somebody's backyard. You can see people's backyard, the back of their houses, and it's absolutely crazy how that stadium is formatted and set up, man. So the people, the locals who live right there, they just walk out to their backyard and the game's right there. It's right there. So every time they go out their backyard, the game's going on, or there's fans in the stadium, you can hear the fans. Absolutely insane stuff, man. It's wow. And just to be thinking that, big teams like Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea are going to be playing there next season in a stadium with people's back gardens and stuff there. It's absolutely ludicrous. And it just shows from where they came from. They have that old traditional stadium. They never really renovated it or updated it. Obviously now they got a little bit more money. They got a little bit more of a budget. So now that they're in the Premier League, their stadium's going to get a little bit of a boost. They need more camera room, camera space, microphone. They're going to have to do more stuff because they're in a higher tier now. So when you get to the Premier League, it's probably got to be more stuff. There's going to be more rules. There's going to be more things that they're going to throw in there and lob in the monkey wrench. So yeah, when you think of Luton Town back in 2004, they went through administration. They also went in administration in 2007, so they've been through a lot of things. Bankruptcy, all sorts of stuff, man. And just to go from all that, to fight through all that stuff, a 20-point deduction in the 2009 season. And then on top of that, they got a 30-point deduction, I think, in the next season later. Absolutely insane. Point deductions after point deductions, and then just bouncing back. They tried to sell the team. Nobody really wanted to buy or invest in the team back in the early 2000s, 08, 09. Nobody really cared. Nobody wanted to invest in the team. And eventually they were bought, man, and it just showed over time, These people have a long-term investment plan. When these people buy stocks and stakes in these teams, they have a long-term envisionment. You're not going to get your money back right away, but over time, if you stick with that stock, if you stick with that company, your stock will rise, therefore you'll make more money. And that's how it works. And look at Luton Town now. They're in the Premier League. Imagine you invested in Luton Town 10 years ago or whatever, and they're constantly getting promoted, they're doing stuff. The stock's going to rise. And that's how it usually works, man. When you think of Luton Town in the FA Cup, they're the first non-league side when they were in non-league to beat a Premier League side, Norwich City. And I think that was in the 09-010 season, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that, but it was definitely in the early to mid-2000s or late 2000s. Absolutely insane. A non-league side beating Premier League team Norwich at the time when Norwich were in the Premier League. To go to Norwich's ground and beat Norwich as Luton Town being a non-league team is absolutely ludicrous and insane. And yeah, and they got that fairy tale ending, and now they are back in the Premier League. And yeah, last season, 3rd place. This season, Premier League. Or did they finish 3rd place this season? Because I know Burnley won with the 101 points, and I don't know who finished 2nd place. I think Luton finished 2nd and 3rd place. They might have finished 3rd this season, but it really doesn't matter. They clutched the playoff finals, and they're in the Premier League. So, however it works, man, like I said, it doesn't matter how it works. It doesn't matter how you do it. As long as you get to the Premier League, it's that fairy tale story. And I think it was Luton versus Coventry City. Obviously, it's devastating for the Coventry fans. Coventry, it's a weird word. I don't know, but obviously devastating for them because either team that could have been promoted, it could have been a fairy tale story for either one of them. But only one team can win, and that's how it works. So, yeah, Luton Town are up in the Premier League. Their stadium's going to be in FIFA. They're going to get all sorts of stuff, deals, all sponsors. They're going to get all sorts of stuff now. And that's what happens when you get to the Premier League. So, we will see. Let me know down below in the comment section. Do you think Luton Town will get relegated next season? I'm going to go with no. I think Luton Town will just stay up. I think they'll just stay up. But, who knows? Only next season will tell. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, guys. It's a great story, great underdog story from Luton Town to go from non-league to the Premier League. Absolutely wonderful. Hope you guys did enjoy this type of format of video. I'm going to be doing more videos like this, man. I enjoy talking about football, and I enjoy talking about the sport. So this is definitely the type of stuff I'm going to start doing. Yeah, guys, it's me, WC, guys, and I'm out. Have a good night. Peace.